Hello, everyone, and welcome to this special fireside chat as part of our How POCUS Saves Lives campaign. I'm Tiffany Claiborne, Outreach Specialist at POCUS Certification Academy, and I am honored to be here today with Alexis, who has a truly remarkable story to share. Alexis, thank you so much for joining us and for being willing to share your personal experience with point of care ultrasound. Your story is a testament to the incredible impact POCUS can have on people's lives, and we're all grateful to hear it.
Well, thanks for having me today, Tiffany.
Let's dive into your experience with POCUS. Can you walk us through the moment when you first realized POCUS played a crucial role in saving your life?
Yeah, definitely. I suffered a miscarriage during my very first pregnancy, and because of that miscarriage, I was hospitalized overnight so that medical personnel can monitor my HCG levels to ensure that it is going down. So after I was discharged from the hospital, I was instructed to follow up with my OBGYN doctor after 48 hours.
Mm.
And it was during this follow-up visit that the ultrasound check showed that I had internal bleeding from an ectopic pregnancy. For my case, blood was pooling up in my left fallopian
Yeah.
tube and it could rupture anytime. So immediate surgery was required that very same day of diagnosis, and it was very successful. So right now, as I look back, it all goes back to that moment of POCUS, without which the medical professionals would not have caught the internal bleeding in time, and I wouldn't be here sharing my story.
Wow, 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 wow. How did the immediacy of POCUS diagnosis impact your emotional state during what must have been a stressful time?
When they told me what was happening, I was in complete shock. And, compounded over the fact that I had to go to the ER immediately for surgery. So it was after the surgery when I was in recovery, that I had some time to reflect like all that went down. And in that moment, it was very reassuring to know that medical staff knew what was happening to me so quickly through POCUS and was able to develop a treatment plan. Um, so I'm deeply grateful because it was the POCUS diagnosis that we have a game plan to save my
Right,
life.
right. In your opinion, how might your medical journey have been different if POCUS hadn't been available?
Had it not been POCUS, I could very easily been a case of sepsis that
Mm,
day. And, for me, the worst part is actually having my ability to compromise, to conceive in the future compromise. That to me is just the absolute nightmare. This was not just about saving my life, it was also about saving my hope and dreams
mm,
of becoming a mother, which I am
yeah.
one today.
Ah, what a remarkable story, Alexis. Truly, that something that was once a painful memory is now something you can look back on and say, like, wow, like POCUS truly like saved your life and also was able to um help you to be a mother. And that's an amazing
Absolutely.
story.
Yeah.
And so, because of your experience, have you become an advocate for POCUS? If so, how do you share your story with others?
Absolutely. So nowadays, when I share my story with, others, they could be friends or perfect strangers, I usually make it a point to emphasize the critical part that POCUS had played in that journey. Right now, I also create graphic designs that help advance the message of POCUS.
Yeah. And Alexis is a wonderful graphic designer, and we're so appreciative of your work. So thank you, Alexis, that you're able to again turn your pain and what could have been a tragedy into like a beautiful story. So we're grateful. If you could send one message to healthcare providers about the importance of POCUS proficiency, what would it be?
I think during emergencies, it's really helpful to the patient's mental and emotional states to understand the source of the problem and providing a treatment plan quickly. And POCUS is definitely one of those diagnostics tools that can provide insights in a very quick and accurate manner. In my humble opinion, if more healthcare providers can have POCUS as part of their diagnostics arsenal, it would be really beneficial and holistic for patient experience and care.
Yeah. Thank you, Alexis. Um, we're so appreciative again of your time, of you telling and telling us and sharing your story with the POCUS community. Your experience truly highlights why POCUS proficiency matters and how it's saving lives every day.
Thanks, Tiffany. This has really been an honor to be able to, give my testimony about how POCUS actually played such a, important role in, my own life journey.
Yes. To our POCUS community and viewers, I hope Alexis' story has given you a personal perspective on the critical importance of POCUS in healthcare. As we continue our How POCUS Saves Lives campaign, remember that each POCUS-enabled diagnosis represents a story like Alexis, a story of improved care, reduced uncertainty, and lives saved. Thank you all for joining us today, and let's continue to support and advance POCUS in healthcare. Take care.